Oh, what's up guys? My name is JDCooke and welcome back to another episode of the Player Career Mode. Before we get into this, it would be much appreciated if you're able to hit that like button down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. We start off today's episode looking at the actual stats that we've got from the previous 8 games that we have played in the Premier League, scoring 11 goals in total. It's looking very good for us. The second in place is Elinson, playing for Fulham with 7 goals, Jesus 6 goals, Haaland 6 goals, so it's pretty even as at the moment. We've taken a little bit of an advantage, but we've definitely had a good start to life in the Premier League. Our first game comes as a simulation as the Cherries come and visit Stamford Bridge there for a meeting in the Premier League, looking to be able to see if we can get another 3 points added to the total that we've already got going on in the league so far, and it seems to be that we've done that. Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez and Reece James all getting on the score sheet to be able to secure a 3-2 win over the Cherries. We turn our focus to the Europa Conference League now as we face FC Zurich. I'm pretty sure a Swiss team, if I'm right in saying, looking to be able to see if we can continue our winning form in the group stages. We're doing very well so far. Can we continue that on? We need 8.5 rating, we need 20% triple success rate, and we need 3 shots on target. Our Conference League form has been pretty good, to be honest. We've been very consistent. Looking for another win out here, as I mentioned. As 5 minutes into the tie, we pick it up in the middle of the park. Looking for an option and a decent ball being played, but it seems to be that Katic gets it clear as it falls to Matthews. Guerrero picks it up as FC Zurich look to be able to go on the counter-attack themselves here. Akita picks it up, looking to be able to get past Danso, but he can't. But they still remain in possession after they couldn't clear their lines as Michel picks it up. Looks to be able to find his teammate there, and he does exactly that there. Defending having to be really good at the same time as Mathieu picks it up. Lovely tackle by Berardo there as he looks to be able to offload it on the left hand side to be able to open up the space to be able to create some sort of a counter attack. Onto Sterling, onto JDCooke then as we look to be able to offload it to Sterling straight away there as Sterling makes a decent run there, using all his pace to get himself into the area as he squares it to Enquires, and that is a very good save there made by the FC Zurich keeper, and that is a first big chance in this particular game, and Mauricio Pochettino knows it, as you can see by his reaction, as Raheem Sterling is the man to take the corner, looking for an opportunity to create here from the corner nice and early on in this fixture. Ball whipped in there and Cuckoo tries to latch onto the header, but it's not to be as they clear their lines, but it only falls back out to Chelsea as they remain back in possession here. Madueke making a ball on the right hand side as he looks to be able to make an attacking preference there straight away here as we look to be able to get the ball into the box there, literally on the line, and Cuckoo, now Caicedo, if anyone would shoot that would be great. He falls to Madueke. Madueke shot saved, now trying the header, and how that's not a penalty I'm not too sure. Got absolutely flattened in the lead up to that one, but unfortunately nothing came of it, and the game stays 0-0. Chances flowing for Chelsea now as we look to be able to create another one, but we're stopped in our tracks there as Akita looks to pick it up in the middle of the park, but Enzo gets really stuck in at the same time, finding Madueke on the right hand side now as we look to be able to create an opportunity, but no really people kind of operating the space at the same time, so we have to put it back onto James. Lovely ball, it's Caicedo, and how he's not finished that one I'm not too sure. It would have been easier to score than it was to miss, but it is the case, and the game stays 0-0. First half has been a bit frustrating for us, to be honest. A lot of chances created, but nothing kind of going for us whatsoever as we get the ball to Madueke on the right hand side in the 43rd minute. We squandered the opportunity to be able to kind of get ourselves in front as Akita picks it up, looking for an opportunity to now stride forward as Mathieu picks it up, now onto the right hand side there as René picks it up. Lovely passing from FC Zurich, and this is the first fluent bit of play from so far as they look to be able to kind of create and kind of build on this as they run themselves into the area. Then opportunity does lie for themselves as they can actually get the shot off. Danso clears, but in the moment entirely kind of the build up to that, he has conceded a penalty. The referee is not happy with that one, and he has prosecuted Danso, and it will be a penalty. Looking back on it, he's pretty much just run into him there, and he's kind of looked like he's pushed over, but no way is that a penalty in my opinion. But we have conceded one just before half time, and FC Zurich, having a poor half, could actually convert from here, and they definitely do. Robert Sanchez goes the right way, but it's not enough to deter the penalty taker, and it's FC Zurich 1, Chelsea 0. It's been a poor half for us. Obviously we've created a lot of chances, I've mentioned, but it's not been able to take it whatsoever. FC Zurich have not done anything whatsoever, and this is their first kind of bit of light to their game, and it seems to be they've taken the most opportunity by scoring, which is fair enough in all honesty, but it is what it is. We have to push on forward, and hopefully we can do that in the second half. Half-time whistle being blown after that penalty kick was taken. Looking at what we've completed in terms of the objectives, they're looking a little bit bleak so far. We need to kind of up our game if we would like to complete any at the moment, if we would definitely want to go even further in our career. 46 minutes into the second half we go now as FC Zurich get things kicked off as they look to be able to start the second half nice and quickly like they left off in the first half. Guerrero picks it up as he looks to be able able to see if he can evaluate the option and try and get the ball into the box there. Decent options, but Reece James intervenes as he looks to be able to pass it back to Danso. Now holding the play up, Danso onto Nkuku. Now Nkuku's got a chance to be able to stride forward. He holds his run though and he finds Madueke. Now we're looking to be able to create something as we shimmy past the defender. Lovely bit of skill here. We're in an ample opportunity. Now we do a lovely bit of more skill. And what a finesse on the left foot, curling round into the bottom corner. And it's FC Zurich 1, Chelsea 0. Looking back on that particular finish, what a finish. I love that bit of skill at the same time, just shimmying past the defenders. Such a curl on the left-hand side, leaving the keeper no chance of getting to that one whatsoever. And we are now level, really getting ourselves into the game now. And it'd be good if we were able to kind of see what we can do in these final 30-odd minutes or so. It's a really good opportunity for us to get another 3 points, but we need to make it count. As FC Zurich now gone the attack once again there. That penalty has definitely given some confidence as Beraldo gets stuck in at the same time, but he can't win the ball. And the ball does fall back into the net there as Akita does finish it, but he will not count, and he will be deemed offside there. They thought they got the second goal of the game, but it wasn't to be there as it falls to a goal kick for Robert Sanchez as he looks to offload it. We win the header, but unfortunately it falls to Akita as they look to be able to go on the attack once again here. Akita got the offside goal as he finds Guerrero. Now a really good chance, but Sanchez with a decent save. If that to have gone in, it would definitely been onside, that is for sure, but it's not to be. And as things stand, it still stays 1-1. 64 minutes being played, 25 minutes left there as we pick it up after a goal kick conceded as we look to be able to shoot, and we do score. It's FC Zurich 1, Chelsea 2, and JDCooke is the man on the news once again there as he scores and he celebrates in front of the die-hard travelling fans. Really good goal at the same time, out of nowhere in some respects there after conceding the corner, and unfortunately they just couldn't really seem to get it clear in the middle of the park, and the shot wasn't really the best, to be honest. I thought from the area that we did and the actual power and everything else that went into it, the keeper would have saved it, but looking up close he actually does get a hand to it, but it's just not enough to be able to tear the ball away from the net. And it is now 2-1 to the Blues. We're now in front for the first time in this fixture as we get things restarted now as we look to go on the attack once again here, and Cuckoo making a run as we play him in. He's got the goal there and he does find it. It's FC Zurich 1, Chelsea 3, and things are completely changed in Switzerland, that is for sure, because then Christopher Nkuku has got the goal to pretty much solidify proceedings in this particular fixture and gets another 3 points in the group stage with 20 odd minutes left to play. It was down and it was kind of a bit poor of us in the first half to concede the way we did, and even in the second half we didn't really pick ourselves up the way we would really like to, but it seems to be after that first goal that we did actually score, it gave us the momentum to be able to kind of stride on, get the goals that we needed to get, and it seems to be that we're going to be okay in this particular fixture. I was a little bit worried at first, but we are looking to get all 3 points. 20 minutes left in this tie now, and we're just seeing the game out, to be honest, knowing that we've got the 2-goal advantage. We don't have to go crazy in any means whatsoever. Seems to be that FC Zurich are down and out, and they are creating some sort of attacking awareness for themselves still as Akita makes a burst on the left and right hand side there. Reece James is too strong for him as he falls to the floor, and Reece James comes out on top there as he finds his teammate Danso. Danso with an opportunity to get it clear, and he's really collective and cool and everything else, to be honest, because he finds his teammate on the right hand side as Conor Gallagher runs with it further. Opportunity in the middle of the park to find Nkuku, and he does exactly that. The passing is flowing for Chelsea now as Raheem Sterling on the right hand side has switched, looking for an opportunity to find Nkuku. Now ourselves there, really good opportunity to get the ball off. It's going to be Enzo now, Nkuku, and he gets his second goal of the game to make it FC Zurich 1, Chelsea 4, and that will definitely be game, set and the match. Really good stuff from Christopher Nkuku, getting 2 goals in this particular half. Definitely stepping up to the plate, that is for sure. Chelsea fans look very happy with his efforts, and that's definitely the case for all-round kind of behaviour and everything else. A lovely bit of build-up play at the same time. Then Enzo knew that he didn't have to shoot, and if he squared it to his teammate Christopher Nkuku, he was pretty much guaranteed a goal in that situation. Very happy with that, and that will be the end of this particular game against FC Zurich. 4-1 in the end, 3 points in the group stage, another victory in Europe, and we are definitely on the right track in terms of the objectives. We turned things around in the second half to be able to complete all 3 objectives, so all round we did very, very well. Second game that we are playing is a London derby as we face Fulham at Craven Cottage. Really excited for this one, a decent ground to play at, and it's definitely another chance to be able to prove ourselves in the Premier League. Fulham have been having a very good season so far, and they've been keeping up the top, but it's time now that we get the 3 points and we put them down a peg. Looking at the rating, we need a 7.5 rating, we need to avoid losing the game, and we need a 25 dribble success rate. Really excited for this one after coming off the back of a decent win in the Europa League Conference there, as we look to be able to start off nice and quickly as they get started off now. Look at the dribbling, it's simply sublime, and we are already ahead in this particular fixture. Fulham 0, Chelsea 1, and we have already started off, and probably the quickest goal that we'll see this season, maybe in this whole series itself. 1 minute into the tie, JDCooke opens the account in this particular tie as the Chelsea fans go mental, and the dribbling was just absolutely sublime. The ball was stuck to his foot, there was no way any defender was getting anywhere near him as we celebrate in front of the home fans. What a goal this is, what a moment for JDCooke, and another piece of history created in the book and in his life of JDCooke. Really good start, and it seems to be the momentum carried over from the previous game has really had proceedings in this one. As 20 minutes into the game, Reece James finds Caicedo, and a decent ball made by Caicedo as we put on the right hand side. Then we look to cut in, we take the effort, and I'm pretty sure that went off the bar there. Really good opportunity, but unfortunately it wasn't to be, but it was definitely worth a go though, that is for sure. As they get a goal kick now as Eric Garcia picks it up in the middle of the park, looking to stride forward with it further. No one surrounding him, so he looks to be able to kind of take it upon himself to make the run, but as you can see, he just runs into a blue wall, and he has to go back to his teammate there as he looks to be able to kind of offload it now, and looking for an opportunity on that side to be able to get the ball into the box there. Iogo picks it up, he looks to find Garcia, but Nkuku intercepts Caicedo. Now Danso is sort of being kind of pressured at the same time, but he holds off the attackers really well, evaluating the options, finds Thiago Silva, but Silva loses out here. Aviliason is in here, and it is a goal. It's Fulham 1, Chelsea 1, and it's that man that was behind us in the top goal scoring proceeding as has got the goal for Fulham to get his side level. A big mistake made by Thiago Silva in the run up to that. Danso was doing red at the same time, but Thiago Silva just really messed up, and unfortunately now things are level at Craven Cottage. Wasn't exactly ideal conceding straight away, but it seems to be that we're going to get straight back into this game then as we're in possession as Danso picks it up. Looking for an opportunity here as he evaluates the options. Obviously white shirts in front of him, and Kuki picks it up on the left hand side finding Enzo Fernandez. Really good chance for Enzo to be able to see on the left hand side finding Raheem Sterling there as we got opportunities left, right and centre. Now to Caicedo. Opportunity now for on the right hand side is Reece James here. Really good bit of play. It's Madueke. It's now JDCooke, and it just strays wide there. Really good opportunity to get ourselves in front in this tie, but it's not to be, and the half-time whistle has been blown at the Craven Cottage, equal at the moment, but it seems to be that we're getting there. Seems to be also that we're on the kind of right end of things, and we are looking for this particular win. We're good on the rating, good avoiding the loss, and we are good on the dribble success rate. Keep it up, and we should have all 3 objectives completed. Into the second half we go. A lot of anticipation to see either side what will do, to be honest, as they look to be able to see if they can start off this second half nice and strong here as Fulham pick it up. Eric Garcia now looking for an opportunity to find his teammate, and he does. Paulini now Adama Traore using his pace and his strength to muscle through the midfielders, and he's doing well, but he falls out to Caicedo there. Really good tackle by Caicedo as he picks it up and finds ourselves on the left hand side. Decent run to be made here as we beat the defenders. They can't match us for pace. We're in on goal here with the keeper to beat, and we find the back of the net to make it Fulham 1, Chelsea 2, and we are already back into proceedings in this second half as we celebrate in front of the travelling fans. What a lovely bit of play that was. A lovely interception for Caicedo to be able to stem the attack originally, and it seems to be that we just caught onto it. It was a really good bit of play, really happy with that at the same time, and it's Fulham 1, Chelsea 2 then. Fulham get themselves restarted for another time in this fixture as Paulinho finds Andres Pereira, the ex-Man United man, looks to be able to play out on the right hand side, and he definitely does here. Fulham look to start the second half nice and quickly after that goal conceded as Andres Pereira now with a decent effort, but it's not to be, and it's denied by that man, Robert Sanchez. 55 minutes being played. Now we've had a goal, we've had loads of chances from Fulham, and now we've got another chance for ourselves here as Enzo Fernandez plays this a really good chance there, but Leno comes out on top on this occasion, and he makes a very nice save. Half an hour to play in this particular tie in the second half now as Paulinho finds Eric Garcia. Paulinho making a 1-2 now as he strides forward finding Andres Pereira. Offering support is Paulinho also, but they favour the right hand side of Iago as he looks to be able to see if he can get it into the box there. Decent delivery, but Thiago Silva clears, and Nkuku now latches onto the header, and a mountain support was Raheem Sterling, but Castagna makes a decent interception. Cucurella now plays this in on the left hand side with an opportunity to be able to go on the break ourselves now as we run into an area of space. Really good chance here as we try and rainbow flick tossing Abrayo, but it's not to be here as Paulinho is found. Looking to Adama Traore, back to Paulinho now. Paulinho travelling forward even further. He loses that to Raheem Sterling though as Cucurella picks it up on the left hand side. Enzo Fernandez, now Moises Caicedo, Madueke, and Cucu now on the ball. He finds ourselves in a great position, and it nails into the bottom corner to make it Fulham 1, Chelsea 3, and we're hoping that's pretty much going to be it in this particular tie. try in the London derby at Craven Cottage. Leno could have done so much better in that opportunity. A lovely ball from Christopher Nkuku nevertheless, but yeah, I thought the keeper might do better at his near post, but it wasn't to be. I don't think he expected the ball originally to go there, but it does, and as you can see, he's not a very happy Marco Silva. Full time in the end, and we claim the hat-trick in the London derby at Craven Cottage. A very good victory in the end. The second half performance was definitely an improvement on the first. We got a 10.0 rating, we played 93 minutes, we scored 3 goals, and we had a conversion rate of 27%. Many shots, but didn't seem to be resulting in goals, but at least we got that much ball, and we've even done a better thing there, also carrying all 3 objectives. So another win, another man of the match, another match ball, and it seems to be that we're loving life as a Chelsea player. Before we get into the final games of the episode, we managed to go up another level 37, with another 4 skill points rewarded then, as we look to be able to see what we can spend these particular skill points on and upgrade our overall. We've gone for the ball control, and we're looking at the ball control. I reckon agility and positioning would be a good thing to be able to kind of upgrade, because it is fairly low, so we spent X amount on that, and then we've done that for that particular tree with 1 out of 2, and that puts us up to 82 rated. Looking at the stats, 92 pace, 89 shooting, 84 dribbling, and 78 physical. What more could you want from a striker that's particularly only 82 rated? A massive jump up in terms of ratings and stats and everything else, and we're going to push even further to go the highest we possibly can. Another simulation game in this episode as we face Birmingham City in the EFL Trophy, looking for an opportunity to get through to the next round, and we've definitely done that. 2-1 win in the end as Conor Gallagher and Christopher Nkuku get on the score sheet, and that books our place in the next round. Third and final game that we're going to be playing is going to be at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League as we face Everton there as they travel down from Liverpool. Massive game for us to be able to see if we can put ourselves to the test and get another 3 points in the Premier League to create some sort of advantage for ourselves, sitting quite nice and pretty at the top of the Premier League table. We need a 7.5 rating. We need to avoid losing the match, and we need 2 passes in the opponent's half. I reckon that's achievable. Let's get straight into things then. As we get things kicked off as Caicedo finds Christopher Nkuku on the middle there as Conor Gallagher picks it up, looking for an opportunity to find Nkuku. Now Caicedo, lovely passing here, one-touch passing. We scored in 1 minute last time. We're going to score in 2 this time, and it's Chelsea 1, Everton 0. Ben Godfrey loses out on the tackle for ourselves to be able to skip past him and find the back of the net, and we're ahead. And it is Everton 0, Chelsea 1, and who else but JDCooke to get another goal under his belt to add to his ever-growing tally in English football. Lovely stuff there, and we beat the keeper well there. Jordan Pickford was left rooted at the end of the day. He did actually go for it, but it wasn't to be, and it is now Chelsea that lead in this particular tie. Sean Dyche doesn't look very happy with proceedings. There's 19 minutes being played, looking to settle things down in this particular tie. Jordan Pickford clears his lines from the goal kick, but Conor Gallagher wins the header. Christopher Nkuku now looking for an option as he finds Madueke. Now Caicedo with an opportunity to find Nkuku, and he definitely does that there with an opportunity to create here as Madueke picks it up. Lovely ball to Raheem Sterling. He holds the play up well. He finds ourselves first time finish into the back of the net, and it's Chelsea 2, Everton 0, and we are running away with this particular victory. 22 minutes into the time, we already find ourselves with a 2-goal advantage against the Evertonians, and what a way to do it. Raheem Sterling held the ball up really nicely on the left hand side there as he was played in really well at the same time. He could have got the shot off, but it wasn't to be, and he loved to pass it back, and he's got the assist under his belt, and JDCooke has also got a goal. 26 minutes played in the first half. We've been 2-0 up so far. It seems to be that everything is nice and comfortable, but it could change, that is for sure, as Thiago Silva makes a block from the shot there as we look to be able to play out, looking for an opportunity once again here, Everton, as the ball's whipped in there, but Reece James clears his line, finding Christopher Nkuku. He finds Raheem Sterling on the left hand side with an opportunity to create here as we make the run at the same time, but he has to go back to go forward as he finds Danso. Sterling picks it back up on the left hand side once again as he plays ourselves in, finding Nkuku now. Nkuku now travelling forward, finding Madueke. Lovely bit of play. We're in here, in on goal, but the shot just dragged wide there as it goes out for a goal kick. That would have been a perfect way to get our hat trick, but it's not to be, and the score stays 2-0. 38 minutes being played. Seeing the first half now as we look to be able to kind of continue on in the second half the best way that we possibly can. Looking for some tired legs in the first half as well, to be honest, and it's been good for us, and we've got some 2 goals. We haven't had created too many chances. As you can see, one fell to Everton just there with Robert Sanchez making a good kind of opportunity to make the save, and he definitely does that. With the half-time whistle being blown at Stamford Bridge, we're walking away with a 2-0 lead as we go down the tunnel. Brilliant stuff so far. Let's hope to continue. We're on. We've got an 8.0 rating. We've avoided losing the match or drawing it so far, and we've had plenty passes completed in the opponent's half. 53 minutes played in the second half as Dele Alli picks it up in the middle, looking to be able to find his teammate Yakuto. Yakuto looks to be able to stride forward there, as you can see, as Danso gets intervened, and finding Mark Cucurella there as he finds Gallagher. Gallagher now onto ourselves as we look look for an opportunity to make a 1-2 with Sterling. He has to go back to go forward once again there as he picks out Gallagher. Gallagher striding forward, finding Enquires. 1-2's being made left, right and centre as we stride forward now with an opportunity to get the shot off there. Lovely little flick. It's in on goal. Pickford saves. They look to clear. And Mason Holgate thumps it into Christopher Nkuku's leg that only rebounds into an empty net to make it Chelsea 3, Everton 0. And we have shortly sealed proceedings in this particular tie against Everton. Really unlucky from the Everton defender not to be able to get that clear. And unfortunately, where he does get it clear, it only falls to Christopher Nkuku's leg there. A really good kind of place to be at the same time, though. A lot of pressure. I wouldn't say good finish because he did nothing to be able to score the kind of opportunity in the first place. But we will definitely take it, that is for sure. A lovely save from Jordan Pickford originally, but it wasn't enough to be able to deny Christopher Nkuku on the second round. And we are now 3 goals advantage ahead there as we look to be able to build on that even further. 63 minutes being played there as we look for an opportunity, but again, for Ben Godfrey kind of gets stuck in at the same time, finding Lamina, looking for an opportunity to stride it even further forward as Sarsi picks up the ex-Chelsea man, then looking to be able to find a teammate, Lamina. Lamina now looking for an option. He's got plenty of them at the same time. It's just whether he finds one of them. Berisha now, and Everton do draw back. Then it's Chelsea 3, Everton 1, and Berisha is the man to get on the score sheet for Everton. Hasn't been the best of game for him whatsoever, but they'll definitely celebrate this particular goal, that is for sure, because not a lot has been going for him in this particular game. Sean Dyche will be happy with that consolation, but I don't think it's going to be any more than that, to be honest. A lovely goal, nevertheless, but unfortunately just one of those where it's just too little too late for him. A really good kind of way to be able to beat Robert Sanchez from such a strange angle at the same time, but if they could have continued that on even further, they would have got even further in this tie. We've gone off as a sub now, 9.0 rating, 78 minutes being played. We scored 2 goals, and we absolutely love life in this particular tie. Happy with the proceedings that we did. 45% possession, 7 shots, 2 chances created. I couldn't say that we did any better than previous games, don't get me wrong, but a win is a win. Another 3 objectives getting completed, and we are absolutely smashing it up in the Premier League. Talking about smashing it up, and this is the Premier League table. We played 11, we've won 9, and we've lost 2, currently sitting on 27 points as we sit high and mighty at the top. Fulham has dropped down after that defeat to ourselves at Craven Cottage. And Arsenal have jumped up in proceedings there, only being 3 points behind us. So it's still all to play for so early on in the season. Bearing in mind it's only 11 games being played. But we are having an absolute brilliant season as an individual and as a squad. But that's will be that for this particular episode. My name has been JDCooke. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one. And don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.